So, with that being said, we're gonna get into some best bets. We have the first game that we spoke over about. I mean, that we spoke about a little bit with the Ravens versus the Bucks. The Ravens are -1.5, I believe, and the Bucks are the underdog at home. For some reason, I just love underdogs at home. So again, I'm gonna stick with my guns and stick with the Bucks and have them beating the Ravens at home.
Yeah, I like the Ravens here. I can't go against I can't go against I can't go against the Ravens here when the Bucks have been playing so poorly. So
Yeah.
I'll stick with what my best bets are. I like the Ravens to cover that 1.5 point spread, no problem, and pick up a road win here against the Bucks. I think the Bucks will get on track. I just don't think it's this game. Similarly to the Packers and the Bills game we talked about. Um, we have the Titans at the Texans. This one is a weird game for a few reasons. So, one, this is a divisional game, and we know this division is notoriously bad, no matter who's playing who.
It doesn't matter
How bad the
great or
team
how
is.
bad a team is. They
Yeah,
have a puncher's chance
like
in this division, no matter
and
what.
it's more even than maybe any other division I've ever seen.
Uh,
Right? I mean, we've seen NFC East battles kind of be tough. We've seen NFC West battles kind of be tough. This AFC South, I mean, you could be the Bills and be the best team in the league, and you could play the Texans as the worst team in the league, and they'll beat you
Somehow still
12
win.
to 6 or something like that.
Yeah, it's
It
just
just makes
crazy.
no sense. But here's what I'll say: the Titans started off a bit slow and weak.
But they picked it
Since
up.
then, they've been cruising and picking up wins everywhere. Um, I like the Titans to cover the spread and win this game against a Texans team that isn't very good. Like I said, we know that this division is very weird in how their games turn out, but I think the Titans will win this game and probably cover this spread against a Texans team that is very up and down, but it's still shown that they're not a very good team. So I like the
Yeah,
Titans here, no problem.
for sure. Yeah, I like the Titans too. I don't think the Texans are gonna be able to sustain them.
Yeah. Last game in our best bets, we have the Cardinals going to the Vikings. The Vikings are favored by 3.5 at home. We kind of talked about this Cardinals team, and besides that game against the Eagles, they've been playing pretty well. Um,
Is it
this,
a primetime game?
it is not a primetime game. It
Okay.
is, I believe, it's a 1 o'clock game. So you know.
Oh wait, that doesn't even matter. It's a prime. I mean, it doesn't matter if that's the case at all. The Cardinals are playing the Vikings. Call of Duty comes out this weekend, and we all know the
Right.
whole correlation with Kyler Murray and Call of
Right.
Duty and his quarterback play once.
Well, look, so I'll say this about this narrative. I buy into it halfway. Here's the difference. When Hopkins is there,
Oh
everything
yeah,
changes,
everything
right?
changes,
So
of
now
course.
Hopkins is back. He comes in, he's a target monster again. And
Got me 20 points in fantasy.
yeah, he's a I mean, he might be the most I was going to say this about Mike Evans, but it's more so for D Hop. I mean, this guy's probably the most consistent wide receiver maybe we've ever seen. I mean, this guy does it with no name quarterbacks, good
Yeah, for sure.
quarterbacks, up and coming quarterbacks. It doesn't matter. He gets his numbers. So Hopkins is back, but this is a Vikings team that's played very well. I think they'll just be able to put up more points than the Cardinals here. But my outlook on the Cardinals is if I haven't looked ahead to the next week. Probably decent chance they pick up a win right after this one. But yeah, 3.5 point spread for the Vikings. I like that, and I think in this situation, Call of Duty might take enough study time away from Kyler Murray where he doesn't.
The little study time that he
Yeah,
does use. Yeah, I think the Vikings come out with the win on top. Aside, I mean, Call of Duty aside, I think they're just a more well-rounded team. Their defense is a lot better. Um, the the Cardinals, we saw even with D Hop, they've had some type of little struggles. Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray. There's been some tension between them. I think towards the end of the season. I mean, we could probably get into it later on in the season. I think it's going to get to a point where where the Cardinals choose one or the other, and that's a whole nother situation. But yeah, I think the Vikings cover for sure. I think -3.5 is a gimme. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this one up, and this is episode 8. We'll be back with you guys next week. And again, like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you, and we want to hear some hot takes that you guys have. So thanks for watching.